welcome to our channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing about ways to get license here in New Zealand. When you're coming from Nepal, when you're coming from Asia, when you're coming from Europe, they have different laws, different legislations that govern licensing act in New Zealand. So we will be sharing our experience, our knowledge on getting a license. If you have a license in Nepal, if you don't have a license in Nepal and you've come to New Zealand, what is the process? What is the process if you have license of Australia or any other country to Europe? So stay tuned. This is the place where you give your theory exams, bring your passport, fill up the form, sit for a date, and this is where you give your theory exams. First of all, जब तपाईले नेपालमा ट्रायल पास गर्नुहुन्छ and you're coming abroad, तब चाहिँ you might have not received your license yet, हैन? अनि त्यो सिचुएसनमा चाहिँ नि नेपालमा तीव्र गतिमा पनि लाइसेन्स बनाइन्छ. If you submit your visa ticket to the Department of Transport को वेबसाइट छ एउटा, त्यहाँ तपाईहरुले गएर भर्नुभयो भने अनि दे गिभ यु लाइसेन्स. तपाईले भिजा अनि टिकटहरु अपलोड गरेको 2 to 3 डेजमा यु गेट योर लाइसेन्स. अनि नेपालको लाइसेन्सको छ भन्दा बिगेस्ट फाइदा नै भनेको इङ्ग्लिसमा पनि छ. सो ट्रान्सलेट गर्न परेन, किनभने न्युजिल्यान्डमा चाहिँ ट्रान्सलेट गर्नुपर्छ. तपाईहरु आउनुहुन्छ, तपाईहरु आको 1 वर्षसम्म यु क्यान युज योर लाइसेन्स. त्यही लाइसेन्स युज गर्न पाइन्छ. 1 वर्षपछि चाहिँ यु हेभ टु कन्भर्ट इट, नत्र त्यो लाइसेन्स काम छैन. अनि सो कन्भर्जनको लागि इट्स भेरी सिम्पल. डाउनलोड अ फर्म, त्यो हामीले लिङ्क तल राखेका छौँ. त्यो फर्म भरेर AA भन्ने सेन्टर्सहरू छ, ट्रान्सपोर्टसँग डिल गर्ने सेन्टर्सहरू. त्यहाँ जाने, फर्म दिने, आफ्नो ओरिजिनल पासपोर्ट र लाइसेन्स लिएर जाने. त्यो सँगसँगै कलर्ड पासपोर्ट र कलर्ड लाइसेन्सको फोटोकपी सकेसम्म नेपालबाट नै सर्टिफाई गरेर लिएर आउने, सर्टिफाई गरेर त्यो बुझाउने. त्यसपछि उहाँहरूले तपाईँहरूलाई अप्सन दिनुहुन्छ टाइमको लागि, थ्योरी एक्जाम्सको लागि. सो टाइम चुज गर्ने, डेट चुज गर्ने, थ्योरी एक्जाम्समा बस्ने. त्यसको लागि पैसा लाग्छ, फी तिर्ने. अनि थ्योरी एक्जाम्समा पास गर्ने बित्तिकै तपाईँको नेपालको लाइसेन्सले गर्दा यु गेट रिस्ट्रिक्टेड लाइसेन्स. रिस्ट्रिक्टेड लाइसेन्स पछि चाहिँ प्र्याक्टिकल एक्जाम हुन्छ नि, त्यसपछि यु गेट फुल लाइसेन्स. रिस्ट्रिक्टेड लाइसेन्स आएको कुनै पनि दिनमा यु क्यान अगेन टेक प्र्याक्टिकल एक्जाम्स एन्ड गेट फुल लाइसेन्स. तपाईँले नेपालबाट लाइसेन्सै लिएर आउनु भएको छैन भने चाहिँ द प्रोसेस इज भेरी लेन्दी. पहिला लर्नर्स लाइसेन्स निकाल्नु पऱ्यो, त्यसपछि 6 महिना पुर्नु पऱ्यो, त्यसपछि रिस्ट्रिक्टेड लाइसेन्स आउँछ, त्यसपछि मात्र फुल लाइसेन्स आउँछ.
Conversion is very different from getting a learner's license here in New Zealand. So we'll be sharing about converting our Nepali license. Nepali license needs to be converted within 12 months. It is valid for 12 months to use in New Zealand. We came here, we could have used it for 12 months, but we thought of sorting this out, so we wanted to convert the New Zealand license. So here we are. We have to bring our overseas driver license, complete the application form. I'll put the link to the application form here. We need to bring our overseas passport and, very important, color photocopies of the passport and driver license, and a medical certificate if applicable. If you don't have one, they will provide you with eyes checkup when you're at the counter, so no worries. So the most important part of converting your license is bringing certified colored photocopies of your passport and driver's license, and bring the original as well when you're applying for the conversion. The conversion overseas rate has increased from 8 July 2024. As you can see here, you need to convert your license under the category of non-exempt country. Nepal is a non-exempt country. I'll come to what is an exempted country as well. Non-exempted countries are countries where even if you have a full license in your home country, you have to take the theory test as well as practical test for getting the license. Who are the ones that fall under exempted countries? I'll come to that in a little while. So this is the payment structure for converting your license from a country that is not exempted. The overseas conversion application fee is $52.10 New Zealand dollars, and theory test fee is a total of $45.70. We paid both these amount amounting to some $98 during our application fees. So when you're choosing a date for your exams, you need to pay for both of these amounts. Then, after you take the theory test, you are supposed to take a practical test. So, it is very important to understand that even if you have a full license in Nepal, when you come to New Zealand, you have to give both theory exams and practical exams. We have finished our theory exams, and after finishing our theory exams, we get restricted license. What does it mean? I'll come to that in a little while. So, there are other countries that are exempted from giving theory exams. If you have had a full complete driver license for more than 2 years from the below countries, you can directly apply and convert to a New Zealand license without any test. These countries are Australia, Austria, Belgium, Canada, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, South Africa, South Korea, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, UK, USA. As you can see, Nepal, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, the Asian continent countries are South Asian continent countries are not in the exempted list. So we have to take both theory as well as practical exams when it comes to conversion, when it comes to converting your license here in New Zealand. For conversion, you need to read as well as take practical exams. For theory exams, you need to study the New Zealand Road Code. I will put the link to the New Zealand Road Code here below. The New Zealand Road Code is the law or the basic laws that one needs to study while driving here in New Zealand. I'll put the road code in the link below. There are various websites that give you information about road code. This is one of the most interactive websites. I'll put the link below as well. So there are a lot of driving tests where you can practice theoretically. So these are questions that you see for your theory exams. You take the theory exams and you can practice in a lot of these websites. I'll put the link to these websites in the link below. AA is one of the companies that deal with license exams, practical exams, as well as conversion exams here in New Zealand. You can directly access their website as well, that will be linked below. And our suggestions from our experience is buying one of the test practice code from this website. You can buy it for $20 and you get to take 20 tests from this. And yeah, you need to read obviously the road code and practice well, and at the final round you can buy these tests and then apply for your theory exams. This is the driver's license. Now we have a restricted driver license. What does restricted driver license mean? This means that you are allowed to drive on your own, but you have certain restrictions when you're driving here in New Zealand. You must have your license when you're driving. You cannot drive alone. You have to drive with a supervisor. A supervisor is a person who sits with you in the front passenger seat and has held a full license for at least 2 years. You can, however, drive with your spouse, with your parents, with the person that you're giving care for when you're driving alone as well. But there are some limitations when it comes to restricted license. So when you have a full license from a country like Nepal, you have to give theory exams and then you get restricted license, and at any time you can convert that restricted license to full license. You need not wait for 3 months or 6 months. Whereas if you do not have a license from Nepal or any other country, you need to sit down for your learner's license test. You get a learner's license test. You are allowed to drive, but you must write L in front of your car. Your supervisor must be there with you in front. Your alcohol limit is a complete zero. You are not allowed to consume any sort of alcohol when you're driving with your learner's license. You may face severe penalties if you drive outside your licensing conditions, and most importantly, you need to wait for at least 6 months before you give your practical exams, and your license is then converted to restricted license. So, when you're not coming to New Zealand with a license on your own, it takes longer time, not just time, but in terms of financial obligations as well. There are more financial obligations when you're coming from another country without a license. So our suggestions is to get a license, a car license, before you arrive in New Zealand. If you're planning to buy a car, be prepared for giving theory exams, be prepared for giving practical exams. So as we have already stated, the theory exams fees have again increased, so you need to make yourself financially secure as well before you apply for practical exams here. And with this, we to an end. Thank you so much for watching this